welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
And I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash a Bit Weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, September the 4th, 2013, and this is episode 54, the start of our second year of podcasting. Woo! Because last week was our first podiversary. So, we'd like to say a big welcome back to all of our returning viewers. Thanks for coming back week after week. We love you. Do you love them?
Yes.
Show them that you love them. You're crazy. And a big hello to any new viewers. Thanks for checking us out. Hope you enjoy the podcast. We're a little bit crazy. That's a lie. We're a bit crazy. But that's just who we are. We're recording in Scotland.
In case you missed it.
Yeah, in case you missed us talking about it incessantly last week. We're going to talk more about it this week. We relocated to Scotland a little over a week ago. And we live in Edinburgh.
We use the USS Enterprise. Warp Drive.
Yeah, I wish. Good grief. That sure would have been nice.
Which Enterprise, though?
I don't care. Any of them.
I want Kirk's, because then there's Chekhov.
Oh, my word. Can I go with Khan? Can Khan bring me here? Only if it's Benedict's Khan.
Even though it's Benedict playing him, I don't want to be near Khan.
I'll just be near Benedict.
But, I thought we were being in the Star Trek universe.
Oh.
Because then Khan is not a good guy.
No. We have a rumor about Benedict to talk about in this episode. Okay. So, we have some new members who have joined our Ravelry group and introduced themselves. And if you do that, we give you a shout out on the next podcast. So go for it, Mare.
So we have Mary, who is, I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong, Borkilo from the U.S., and Danny, who is Little Bobbins in southeast of England.
Yes. So welcome. Hello. Hope you enjoy the show. If you have not joined our Ravelry group yet, why the heck not? We have a great group. They're so fun. Love them. Love you. So come join, if you haven't, and introduce yourself in the introductions thread. Or if you're already a member and haven't introduced yourself, why not? Introduce yourself. And we'll give you a shout out. Okay. So this episode is going to be light on the knitting content. Heavy on everything else content. So, we probably should get started. Alright, here we go.
And now, we are going to talk about what is on our needles.
So, what's on your needles, Mare?
Still this. I've made barely any progress on it.
This has been a very light knitting week, because we've been trying to get settled in.
I just fucked up my glasses.
Tell them what is this on your needles, in case they don't know.
This is the body to my Watson jumper, based off of Dr. Watson's cabled crewneck pattern by Trudy Brown. I am using size 3.5 millimeters.
Which is US Force.
And the yarn, which I need to rewind, is Barocco Vintage in the Oats colorway, and that's awful.
There, try that. It's because the sun is shining in. So, yeah, how much progress did you make?
None. Well,
No, you knit one night, I think.
I did. I knit one night.
Late December 1963.
One night in, it's not 1963, but one night in 1974, I stayed awake for 5 days. One night.
One night.
And what a night.
So, one of our viewers, Dixie, who is DesZ72 on Ravelry, has questions for you about your sweater, Damaris. Are you ready? I'm going to ask them to you, and you will respond. Are you ready?
in 100 words. Ooh, can I use my own words?
What kind of words otherwise would you use?
Like, who else's words were you going to use? I don't know. That's from Cabin Pressure.
Yes, I know it's from Cabin Pressure.
Ooh, can I tell it to you in my own words?
Yes, you may. Okay. The first question, well, it's not really, it's kind of like a whole question. Like, let me just ask you everything and then you can tell them. Okay. She wants to know about any modifications you made to the pattern, thoughts about the pattern writing style, and helpful hints. She says she's a little bit terrified to knit a cabled sweater.
Okay. Well, first off, this pattern is not really a pattern. It's more of a recipe. It has two ways you can do it. You can knit it in the round, and you can knit it flat. And for knitting it in the round, I believe it's for a size 34 or 35 bust, and you're using, I don't know what size yarn.
I can't remember.
What weight
wasn't
yarn.
one of them worsted? No, wasn't one of them Aran, the other Sport?
Yes, I think knitting in the round is
Sport or DK maybe?
Sport or DK, and knitting it flat, I believe it's for a size 40 bust, and you use Aran weight yarn.
So neither one of those two were your sizes?
Nope. And you knit a gauge swatch and see what needle size you use.
So, and you're using worsted weight yarn?
Yes.
So, we had to play with the needle size and play with the numbers and make it work.
Yes. And I've tried on my sleeves and the body, and they fit.
Yes, because you did do a gauge swatch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, thoughts about the pattern writing / style? Well, we had to like chart this all.
Yes.
Well, okay. It had the cable chart in it.
No, it had the chevron.
Oh,
chart.
it had the chevron
It
chart.
didn't have the cable chart.
But it also calls for you to increase this many stitches over this many rows. And for a first-time sweater knitter, that was kind of overwhelming. So I charted it out for her.
Well, this whole thing is overwhelming. It's my first sweater, and I'm doing cables, and I have to modify the pattern to make it fit me.
Yes.
And I have to put it together when I'm done.
So do you want to show them that little chart thing that we came up with? Do you have it? That we came up with. So I charted it out for her and told her.
Yes.
I mean, this is not really going to give the pattern away. It just kind of is a.
This is for the sleeves. I don't know if you can really see it. The top
Hold
part.
on, I think the sun is reflecting off of it.
The top part is the chart for.
Oh wait, that's better.
For what you do. At the bottom part with the little columns was the stitches you begin and end with.
Yeah. So that really helped, and so. What about helpful hints? What did you do first before you ever did this sweater? You did two things first.
Yes, Well, firstly, I had never cabled before, so using a scarf pattern, I don't remember what the pattern is, but it's somewhere.
Isn't it in your project pages?
It's in my projects.
I guess it would be helpful if my cup was open before I tried to drink.
Yeah. I used the cables from the scarf pattern.
And the chevron.
No, I didn't.
No, you did the chevron? You just did the cables?
Yes, I did the cables from the scarf pattern because they're the same on the sweater.
And made a what?
A washcloth.
A washcloth, so you could learn how to cable.
Mm-hmm.
And then what did you do?
And then I made the scarf.
Which has got the same cables and chevron pattern.
Yes.
And that way you were very comfortable with the chevrons and cables by the time you got ready to start the sweater. So, is there any other advice you would give to Dixie?
Once you get into it, it's really not that difficult because you have the pattern memorized. And yeah, the only part I think is going to be hard is sewing the sleeves on, but
we will figure it out.
Yep.
I accidentally turned off our timer because I dropped it. It's okay, it's back on now. So, Dixie, you can do it. Just do it. We will cheer you on. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So, what's on my needles? Still the new sock pattern I'm designing, which I'm not going to show you the full thing. So I'm doing this in, oh, the sun is,
Ooh.
I balled up the last of this scheme. This is Knit Picks Felici Fingering in the rainbow colorway. And I'm using US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter to do these socks. And I'm trying to finish this sock so that I can write up the pattern and get it to the testers. I want to show them how much I've done. So last week, I was right here where this marker was, so I had not done the heel yet. And I've done this much. That's all I'm going to show you, though, because I don't want you to see the pattern. So I've done one full color repeat and almost four, almost four of the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost four of the 6 colors in another repeat. It started with blue, so, and I'm on the red right now. It goes blue, I can show them this part because it's just my needles are sticking through. That's the color repeats right there. So it started with blue, and I'm on red right now. So I've done blue, purple, red. So once I finish this next color repeat, there's one more full repeat of yarn, of the color pattern in the yarn. I'm trying to use as much as I can. So they're going to be taller socks than I normally knit because I just love the colors and the yarn so much. And then I have another full skein to do the second sock. So I'm making good progress on it. I just did not have a lot of knitting time this week. You know, we were on the bus a few times this week, at least a couple times this week, but not knowing our way around the city yet, I was not comfortable knitting when I was trying to also need to pay attention to where we needed to get off the bus. So, and we were doing stuff here around the flat, trying to get all settled in some more. So I just did not have a lot of knitting time this week. So I'm hoping to finish this sock hopefully in the next couple of days so I can get the pattern written up and out to testers because I do want to publish it by the end of the month. So, and I can do the second sock while my testers are testing as well. So, that's the only thing on my needles. I have not ordered yarn yet for the new baby's blanket for my new nephew. And I have not ordered sweater yarn yet either. That's all that's on my needles. On to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about our finished projects.
And on to the next segment. And now it's time for my favorite part of our show, Yummies. What are yummies, Mare?
Yummies are our current favorite things we love, things we want to share with you.
Our life experiences of the past week. The sun is like shining very funny in here, so we're getting like weird bright spots. Damaris, what's happened to your hand? So, first up, there is a new preview for the new season of NCIS. OMG! I screamed when I watched it.
Yes, that's not a good thing to do here. Don't scream.
I know. I won't scream on the podcast, but I did scream. I was like, because Tony and Ziva. And
no, that's
not these. Not these.
No, that's not what I was doing. I was going.
You were doing this because Tony grows a beard, but also because Ziva's leaving. That's right. That's public knowledge. I have not broken a spoiler or anything. That's public knowledge that Ziva's leaving.
It's public law.
It's public law. Knowledge.
It's public law.
So. It's a really good. So we'll put the link in the show notes. Do you want to talk about the next video?
Yes, I do.
We're not supposed to scream here,
I
remember?
wasn't screaming. I was being excited in a slightly raised voice.
Okay. Okay, well tell them what you're excited about.
Okay, we are excited for the trailer that BBC put out earlier this week, the BBC One original British drama trailer. And before I go on, let me just tell you what shows it had in it, and all of them looked really, really good.
Yeah.
Mostly because of the editing.
Yeah.
Yes. Whatever you're gonna be, make it the best. Like, Okay, so it had The Musketeers, which has Peter
Capaldi.
Sherlock, The Great Train Robbery, Quirk, The Escape Artist, Ripper Street, What Remains, and By Any Means. And one of those had David Tennant in it, but I'm not sure which one.
I can't remember either. And then Sherlock.
Sherlock, okay.
What was the line?
The blood pumping through your veins. The thrill of the chase. Just the two of us against the rest of the world.
Just the two of us against the rest of the world!
Mom, we're not supposed to scream, and you were not being excited in a slightly raised voice. You screamed.
And Peter Capaldi. Who will be the 12th Doctor.
Is someone in the Musketeers.
He's in the Musketeers. I can't remember his character's name. I looked it up. But
Sir something, maybe.
No, I think it was Cardinal something. I think he plays...
Cardinal.
I think he plays a religious figure.
He plays Bird.
Bird. Tweet, tweet. No. I think he plays a religious character.
I haven't read The Three Musketeers.
Oh, it's good.
I want to read lots of classic fiction this
year. Yay! So, we'll put that in the show notes. And there is another one coming out soon. We're not sure when.
Is it just a second trailer, or is it for BBC 2?
I think, no, it said part 2.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to have, I know, Call the Midwife in it, but I'm not sure what else.
Other things. And they will look interesting because of the editing.
Yes. So, next...
A
rumor, Benedict.
Cumberbatch,
who we love, is rumored to be going to be in Star Wars 7. It's a rumor. Don't know if it's true. I hope it is. Because that would be awesome! So I'll put a link to the news article that says this. I've read it a bunch of places, though. So, and we don't know what potential character he'll play or anything. But he would be working with J.J. Abrams again. Again. Okay, you want to talk about the next one?
Yes. This is a multi-fandom video. It had a bunch of fandoms in it, and it's called Be Brave, and has the song Brave by Sarah Bareilles in it, set to it. And it's just a really fun video.
It's called the Fandoms of Tumblr Be Brave video. So we'll link it in the show notes. But yeah, it has a lot of fandoms I didn't know. Mostly anime type stuff. Mm-hmm. But it had Doctor Who and Sherlock and Elementary, Supernatural.
Game of Thrones. Ava's Demon.
It's on the tip of my tongue. We don't watch it.
Teen Wolf.
No, that wasn't the one. That's in there, but that's not what I was thinking. Hannibal.
Yes.
Hannibal.
Yes. Other things.
Other things that I can't think of. There's like a whole list, though. It gives you if you go to the actual YouTube page to watch it.
And you hit the read more thing for the description. Mm-hmm. It has the seconds and the fandoms for
what it is. So, it was pretty cool, and I've been singing the song since then.
Yes, it missed out a few fandoms, like Joss Whedon fandoms.
Yeah, Firefly was not in it, and it should have been.
Red Dwarf, other things, but it was still really good.
Buffy.
I said Joss Whedon things.
Oh. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes, but it was a collaboration between a person and her sister, and they put as many fandoms in there as they could.
They put Doctor Who in there a lot.
Yes.
Oh, it had,
Breakfast Club?
Oh, yeah, that was in there.
But I haven't seen that. I want to see it, but
I was trying to think. It had a scene from Vincent and the Doctor in it.
Yes.
Oh, I was like, oh,
Vincent.
Okay. Well, another yummy that has nothing to do with fandoms. Well, except for that she and I have several geeky interests in common. I'm going to participate in the Single-Handed Knits podcast, Buddy System Knit Together. And it's where you pair up with someone and you do some kind of collaboration, like whether you're both knitting the same pattern or with the same yarn or the same pattern designer, or you can make the connection however you want. So I just met my buddy today online. Her name is Eileen. Her username is Leaner. She's from Ohio. And I'm really looking forward to getting to know her and choosing our theme and projects. So if you're watching, Eileen, hello. She said she was going to watch our podcast when I talked to her briefly this morning. So, next up is the GGK Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We have a lot more people participating this month, which is wonderful. It's not too late to join in. You can just start anytime. The list is up on our blog, but also I posted it on Instagram. It's on Ravelry, and we're going to insert it here in just a second with our favorite 2 photos from each day's prompt, plus my photo. I'm still trying to convince Damaris to join in. You could even use that one to log into it. She doesn't have her own phone yet, so that's kind of the problem, because you can't upload online. Maybe I will convince her to create an account this afternoon. Okay, so we're going to take a break here and put in all these photos, and we'll be back. So those were the photos. Some of the days it was so hard to choose our favorites because there was a bunch we liked. And so, hope you enjoyed those. If you haven't been participating, come join in the fun. It's great fun, and most people post their photos on Instagram, but we also have a thread on Ravelry. You can post them on Twitter. I post mine on Facebook as well. I post mine on Plurk, usually, when I remember. So, come join in on the fun. All right, now we are ready to talk about Scotland. So we have lots of random things to tell you about. So we've been drinking a whole lot more tea. Mm-hmm. So, because Damaris has become a huge tea convert.
Yes, I drink it every morning.
When I drink my coffee, she drinks tea, but also she and I have had tea in the afternoons. We had a little bit of drama this week with bank card for our U.S. account. It's continued. I think I talked about it last week a little bit, but it's continued this week. And, but we finally found a bank that we can use the ATM with no problem. So, that was positive news. We visited a church on Sunday. They were very nice and very friendly. And they kept sending new people that came into the auditorium. They were like, there's Americans sitting in the back. Go meet them. So that was kind of funny. We probably won't go back to this one. The primary reason is because there was like no kids Damaris's age at all. There were like 3 kids that were much, much younger than Damaris, and the rest of the people were older. So we really want to find something where Damaris can be involved. So, what did we see though when we went on the bus to go to church? I'll let you talk about that.
The North Sea.
We weren't very close.
But we could still see it.
Yeah, so we'll have to make another trip out there. It's only about 2 miles from where we live, where our flat is. But Sunday was a very windy day. So, it was cold waiting for the bus. So, we'll go down and visit the sea at some point and take pictures and everything. We saw something else, though, while we were driving in the bus. It's not on the show notes. I forgot to write it down. What else did we pass by? After we left church and we're going to visit our friends?
The Edinburgh Castle.
Yes. So you want to talk about that, Annie?
Yeah, it's cool.
There was a band playing.
Yes, there were people looking all official, waiting for someone at a place, and we heard a band.
And saw men in kilts. It was a very loud...
You'll have to get used to it, because it will not be an uncommon sight.
It was a very loud band, because we could hear it inside the bus like they were standing right next to us in the bus. So after church on Sunday, we went and had lunch with our new friends, Jeremy and Katie and Noah. And Jeremy is the one who had met us at the airport last week. He's an American. Well, he and Katie both are American, living here. He's been a student and is finishing up his dissertation, I think, or he submitted it or something. But we met them through another friend that the Hubs knows, and he introduced us. So we went to their place, and what did we have?
Lunch.
What did we have that you're holding in our hands, probably freaking all of our viewers out about? It's not what you think it is.
Unless it is what you think it is.
Okay,
then
so
what you think it is.
So tell them what it is.
It is definitely not wine.
No, it's not wine. We just
definitely.
thought we would freak you out a little bit.
Probably not.
So tell them what it really, really is, though.
This is cordial, and it's made with black currant or blackberry or whatever. I think whatever fruit thing you want. And it's kind of
juice.
It's kind of a purpley liquid, and then you pour fizzy water in it.
Yes, to dilute it, because you don't want to drink the juice straight, because that would be super strong. So, we had this for the first time at Jeremy and Katie and Noah's house, and we were told that it is a common drink, so I'm sure some of our UK viewers drink it. But, so when we went to the supermarket yesterday, when we were running some errands to pick up a few things, I was like, we need cordial. So I told Damaris, we don't have very many glasses yet, because we're just kind of stocking things as we go.
So let's drink wine glasses.
So there was wine glasses in our flat already, furnished. And so I was like, ooh, let's put them in wine glasses and freak them out. So this is not wine. This is not wine. I should put like a thing above our heads. This is not wine. Are we clinking glasses? Oh, there we go. It's cordial. So it is okay that she's drinking it. It is not alcoholic at all. Definitely not. She's only 13. I would not let her drink.
I'm almost 14.
You're almost 14, but I still will not let you drink.
I know. I don't think I want to drink.
No, you may not drink until it's the legal age, and then you can make that decision.
I don't know what the legal age is.
I don't know what the legal age is here.
Yeah.
In U.S., it's 21.
It might be 18.
I think it might be 18 here. But I'm not a big drinker either. I drink occasionally. Margarita is my thing.
Yeah, she likes strawberry margaritas.
I like strawberry frozen margaritas. I have them maybe, twice a year? Maybe twice a year. That's about it. I'll drink a daiquiri occasionally if a margarita's not available. No, not banana daiquiris.
Remember the doctor invented banana daiquiris.
Yes. So what else did we have at our lunch with Jeremy and Katie and Noah?
Blackberries, which they had picked themselves.
It was so yummy. She made this great dessert.
Coffee and tea.
Oh, we forgot to bring those other things in here to talk about.
What things?
Those things right there.
Oh.
You want to run and go get them? Go get them.
I'm assuming that means I have to.
Yes, I'll keep talking. I'll keep talking. So, yeah, they had made a lovely roast and potatoes and carrots and a great salad and bread, and then we had a pound cake for dessert with the just recently hand-picked blackberries and whipped cream Damaris.
Ow.
Pardon the
Sneak behind the couch.
pardon the noise of my daughter.
Trying to sneak behind the couch, be all sneaky.
And you can open it. And
No,
yeah,
leave
it was
in there.
delicious, and we had
I'm just gonna go
great tea and coffee, and it was
in there.
lovely.
Sugar cubes.
Yes. And Katie's a knitter, so I can't wait to get back together with her again and knit together.
And Noah's adorable.
And Noah's adorable. He's 2, and he likes being a bear in a train. So it was like, roar, choo choo. It was really cute. So next up on our list, you want to talk about these?
Sure. These are biscuits. If you're in the UK, you know what these are.
But what are the top ones?
The top ones are Jammy Dodgers.
And what are these ones?
Chalky Dodgers.
And why are Jammy Dodgers famous?
Well, they're not famous because of it. I mean, sure they're famous before.
Yeah, but why? Wait, how did we hear about Jammy Dodgers?
Doctor Who, of course.
Which one?
Series 5, A Victory of the Daleks.
So, you want to explain kind of what Jammy Dodgers are for people who
They're
are
like
not...
American cookies.
Okay, but what kind of cookie is it?
Well, it's kind of like an Oreo, only not.
Okay, so what are the...
It's like a sandwich cookie.
What are the cookies kind?
Shortbread.
Okay, and what's the filling inside?
The filling is plum, although it's not bad, so don't let plum put you off if you don't like plum.
It kind of reminds me of the consistency of like a Fig Newton.
Yes.
And then the Chalky Dodgers?
They're just chocolate.
They're chocolatey, amazing. So they're chocolate shortbread cookies filled with a fudge filling. They're so good. Okay, so we saw a funny sign while we were on our way to Jeremy and Katie and Noah's house on Sunday. I can't remember exactly what the wording was, but it was talking about not letting your dog mess on the sidewalk and on the street. But it said something about don't let your dog foul. And I was like, is the dog in a basketball game or something? Foul. That made me laugh. We talked about a little bit that the weather has been cool enough. It was windy cold on Sunday. Don't do that. So we had to wear jackets actually on Sunday, but we've been wearing...
I've been wearing jackets most of the time.
Yeah, we've been wearing hand knit socks and slippers to keep our feet warm.
This is how full you'd actually feel if it was wine about.
Okay. What was on the bus that we thought was cool?
People.
Okay, that's not what I was talking about. What is
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, some of the buses have Wi-Fi
I
on
thought
them.
some of the buses in America had Wi-Fi.
They might, I don't know, but it was pretty cool. So, all right. Do you have anything else you want to say about Scotland?
It's nice.
What about the people?
They're nice people. It's a nice country. It's very nice.
They're very lovely. They're so kind and willing to help and just lovely people. So we are loving our life in Scotland. So I guess that's about it for Scotland for this week. So I think we're ready to move on to our next segment.
And now we're going to talk about what we're reading and watching.
So what are we reading, Damaris?
Now, we are both reading the Emerald City of Ozvale from we're reading all the Wizard of Oz books. She finished The Road to Oz.
Yes, I discovered last week on the podcast that Damaris was reading much more than I was each day. So I upped my reading of this particular book to 3 chapters a night instead of 1 chapter a night like I was doing, because I was reading other stuff too. I'm still reading other stuff. I read another book too, and I didn't put it in the show notes. Heather of Highland Handmaids recommended it, Boutros Babe in the Fiberista Files, and that's all the same person. She recommended it. It was called Neanderthal Meets Human. Neanderthal seeks human. It's got knitting in it, which was really cool. But it's not one that I would let Damaris read. It's a little... yeah. It's a romance novel. I think that's enough said. So, it was really good, though. I enjoyed it. And the second one is coming out, I believe, in October. And I don't remember what it's called. I'll try to remember to link it in the show notes in case you're interested. So, okay, so now TV.
Yee.
So, we don't have a telly right now.
We do not have a television.
No. So, we've been watching stuff online. But it's been actually pretty cool because we have found that we can watch a lot of stuff through YouTube. Now, they might be there today and gone tomorrow because some of the shows probably...
But there are probably other places to watch them online.
And then we've also been utilizing, like, the iPlayers. So BBC iPlayer, ITV, Dave.
We did not utilize Dave.
We tried to utilize Dave.
But then we had to log in.
Yeah, and I didn't create an account.
We tried to utilize Dave.
So, what did we watch first?
Okay, so... 6 episodes, 30 minutes each. We watched them all right after another, one day.
One night. Oh my gosh.
Series 10 of Red Dwarf.
Oh my word. By the time we were done, I was like, what did we just watch?
And I was like...
So, yeah, we watched Series 10 of Red Dwarf. Do you have anything you want to say about that?
Hey ho, Pip and Dandy. No, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it.
Okay.
That's the informal.
If you've never watched Red Dwarf, you do not know what we were just doing.
That's the informal one.
Yes. Alright, and then we started watching another show.
Castle.
Castle with
Nathan
Fillion. He's awesome. He's the captain from Firefly.
Mal.
And so we're still in season 1. We watched...
But we only have 2 episodes left of it, I think.
Yeah, we watched episode 8 last night, right? Mm-hmm. So we've been watching that on YouTube. After Damaris went to bed last night, I discovered that I could watch Marple, Agatha Christie's Marple, on YouTube. So I watched the first episode of Series 5, which is called The Pale Horse. And I had said before that I was not very impressed with the new woman they had playing Marple, but this was actually a really good episode last night. It was probably one of my favorites of the ones I've seen. So I have a few more episodes of that to watch.
I saw Pauline Collins.
Yeah, it was a good episode. I was impressed. So, okay, then I also located on YouTube Continuum, episode 2.12, second last, and episode 2.13, second time. And 2.13 second time was the season finale. So I had been watching, y'all remember, if you are not a new viewer, if you are a returning viewer, I had been watching Continuum while we were in the United States. It's a Canadian sci-fi show that was also showing on the Sci-Fi Channel in the U.S., but a delay. It was several weeks behind. And so I did not get to watch the final 2 episodes of the season before we left the U.S. And so I went hunting and found them, and I was thrilled, and oh my gosh. So, one of the cool things that I discovered, I don't even know if I told you this, episode 2.12, second last, was directed by Amanda Tapping from Stargate and Sanctuary. I love her. This is just a love episode in which there's so much love. So, she directed it. Okay, y'all know spoilers. Okay, so, okay. So, these were like the moments in the episodes, because I'm just going to talk about them 2 together. Emily was killed. That's Alex's girlfriend. Jason, the crazy time traveler guy, is Alex's son. And Escher is Alex's father. And Escher is a freelancer. And then at the end of the episode, the freelancers capture almost all of the time travelers and put them in cages. And Carlos and Betty join Julian and his mom. And Alec travels back in time, ostensibly to go rescue Emily before she gets killed. I watched both episodes twice, and even after the second viewing, I was like, so, I am excited for season 3, which I guess, this is not a British show, that will be out in, hopefully, 2014 sometime. So, very good. And now, Eileen, Wisconsin knitter, you need to go away. You need to fast forward because I'm going to talk about Doc Martin. She doesn't want me to spoil her because she's the one that got me started watching Doc Martin, and she doesn't get to see it until probably in January is when it should be coming to the U.S. So, Eileen, go bye-bye for a little bit. Okay, are you gone? Okay. Now we're going to talk about Doc Martin, episode 6.1, Sickness and Health. Doc finally got married to Louisa. And it made me cry. It was such a sweet wedding. And then, of course, because it's a comedy, all heck breaks loose. And they go on their honeymoon, and it's crazy. And by the end of the episode, Louisa was covered in blood. Because they ran into this guy in the woods, who lived in the woods, and the roof fell on him and cut his carotid artery, and they had to do surgery in his little trailer thing. And so her wedding dress was covered in blood. Yeah.
It sounds like a zombie apocalypse thing.
I know, it does, but it really wasn't. So it was really funny. There was tons of it that was really funny, and there was the wedding was so sweet, and so, I'm glad it's back on. I really enjoy this show so much. Episode 6.2, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, is on the 9th, which is, I guess, next Monday. We don't have a calendar in here. Normally, I would, look and go. Calendar's in the hallway, and I can't see it.
It is next Monday.
Okay. The calendar in the hall says that next Monday is the 9th, so that's when it'll be back.
Of course, it could be lying.
No, I don't think it's lying. So, alright. I think that's all of that we've been reading and watching. So, on to prizes! What's it time for, Damaris?
The August Podiversary Cow, which is over now.
So we're going to have prizes! Okay, so we ended up with 38 entries in the cow. We want to congratulate those who entered this week. This is going to be the last cow where we kind of say what everybody entered and everything because we're getting so much participation now that it's getting to be too much. So, you want to start with the first one?
Sharona the mom, who is Sharon, made a Moreland textured shawl.
It was for Camp Loopy.
It was for Camp Loopy and connected it to episode 22, in which we just keep knitting.
She said she loved the finished shawl, but it took a lot of knitting and more knitting and more knitting, so she just kept on knitting. Next up was May G, who is Gloria, who did Kool-Aid socks. She connected it with episode 42, in which we have a Yummies explosion, because she dyed the yarn in Kool-Aid, which is her Yummy.
Kay Borculo, who is Mary, made her Babar the elephant and connected it to episode 53, in which we celebrate our first anniversary in Scotland, because Scotland is in the United Kingdom, and Babar is definitely a king. Or episode 37, where does your birthday have Benedict, because it was made for great-nephew Henry's birthday.
Yeah. And it's adorable. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. Angie Ann, who is Angie, entered her Quaker scarf, connected it to episode 34, in which we love our Yummies, and you too, because the yarn is actually called Yummy. That's cool.
Linda M. Noble, who is Linda, connected,
Oh, I was not going to show that till later.
Oh.
Yeah.
Connected, G.
She knit. We'll talk about hers in a minute. How about that? Okay. And the last one was Kelly Cron, who is Kelly. She finished 9 pairs of flip-flops for gifts and for a charity auction. All were started and finished in the month of August. They were matching mother-daughter ones, which were her favorite. She connected them to episode 42, in which we have a Yummies explosion, because 9 pair is quite the Yummy explosion. So, we have 2 prize winners. If you are one of the winners, you have 30 days to collect your prize. You need to PM me, and Otherwise, you forfeit your prize. So, first up, we are going to do a random winner with our random number generator. And we had some entries that were deleted. Hold on just a second. We had some entries that were deleted. I was post number 1. So I'm putting in 2 through 44. If we happen to get one of the posts that was deleted, we'll just redraw. So 2 through 44. Hit the button. 13. That's going to be on page 1. Let me make sure it's not one of the deleted ones. Just a moment. Sing them a song to keep them entertained. Oh, it's a deleted one. Do it again. Okay, number 19, which is still on page 1. All right. Our winner is Sundaisy920, who is Angie. This was her bonus entry for entering a project that was completed entirely between August 1st and August 31st. She knit this Voodoo You Love Me doll. And she had connected him to episode 32, in which Squee, it's Doctor Who, because she made him for a friend that needs something to squee about, and the blue yarn reminded her of the TARDIS. So congratulations, Sundaisy920. Now, you probably want to know what your prize is. Your prize, because we said we were going to do prizes from the UK. So your prize is 1 set of stitch markers, which we'll purchase and send to you from the Nitty Natter Etsy shop. Now, the Nitty Natter Etsy shop is run by Xena. She also has the Nitty Natter podcast. And Xena is from England, here in the UK. So, Angie, I'm going to put a link in the show notes to Xena's shop. She has about 6... things are popping up on my screen. Okay. Yes, I know my preferences have been saved. Thank you. She has 6 pair in the shop right now. If none of these appeal to you, you can wait till her next update. There's some of the stitch markers. So PM me and let me know which ones you want, and I will take care of getting those purchased and sent to you. Now, the other prize. We had told y'all that we were going to pick our favorite project and connection to get a special prize. There were some amazing projects in here. And we had such a difficult time choosing the winner. But we kept coming back to this one over and over and over again. And so we decided this had to be the winner. So Linda M. Noble, you are the winner. This is Linda. She knit, and I'm going to show it to you in just a second. She knitted some warm jumpers and kilts for Damaris and I to wear in Scotland. And she says she's sorry that I have to have dyed blonde hair, but there's a pink flower in it. And she connected it with episode 26, in which we make a huge announcement. There's the sweaters and kilts. Is that so funny? That it cracked us up. We laughed so hard. So Linda M. Noble, you are the winner of our favorite entry for the first Podiversary cow. You probably want to know what your prize is. Hold on, it's loading. You are going to win a bag from the Kelly Connor Designs Etsy shop. Kelly is based out of Aberdeen, Scotland, here in the UK. And I don't know why it is not sorting these the way I asked them to. You get to pick one of her knitting bags. Let me just reload this. Yes, I am aware that you are wanting to open it another way, but I want you to open the way I said. Yes, open. You can pick any one of her bags that is at the £11.63 price point. It's showing me in US dollars now. I don't know why. Here are some of her bags. They have fun sayings on them like bad mother knitter, knitterlicious. It's not who you are, but what you knit that defines you. I bloody love knitting. I really want that one. Nobody puts my knitting in a corner. If knitting be the food of love, ply on. Winter is coming, knit faster. My knitting is legend, wait for it, dairy. Dreaming about knitting, knitting is always the right thing to do. She's got tons of them. They're so funny. They crack us up. So, Linda, you need to PM me with your choice of which of the bags that you want at the £11.63 price point, and I will purchase that and have it sent to you. So congratulations to Angie and Linda. And now on to our next cow.
And now we're talking about our next CAL. It is the September, October, November giftable CAL.
So how long does it run?
Through September, October, and November.
So you can enter any project that you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that is a gift for someone else, whether it's a birthday gift, a Christmas gift, a wedding gift, a new baby gift, whatever. As long as it is a gift for someone else, not for yourself, a gift for someone else, whether they can be on Ravelry or not, you can enter those. You cannot have begun your project until September the 1st. And you must finish your project no later than November the 30th. You can double dip, as long as it fits in the other rules for other CALs. At least one prize will be awarded, probably more. Each project that you finish and post counts as one entry. You need to enter each project separately in the FO thread for the CAL on Ravelry in our group. And there's also a chatter thread. The thread will be locked the morning of December 1st, and we'll announce the winners in the following podcast after that. You'll have 30 days to claim your prize. So, get knitting, get crocheting, get spinning, get weaving, and get some of those Christmas gifts done, or birthday gifts, or whatever kind of gifts. And there's been some good chatter of people talking about what they're going to be working on in the group. So, do that. All right, on to the last segment. And that's a wrap for our show. We have a couple announcements. You want to do your announcement?
We still have Geeky Girls Knit buttons. So, if you want one,
contact us.
Yes.
I know there's some people in the UK that were waiting until we got here to get them. So, we just ask that you cover the shipping cost. So, contact us if you want one. In the next few weeks, we're going to have some reviews. Cooperative Press has sent us some of their publications, and we will be reviewing those in the next few weeks. We just got them last night. That's why we did not do a review today, because we want more time to look at them. But it was fun to scroll through them last night. Mm-hmm. So, but we just need to be able to look at them more in depth before we review them. All right. So tell them where to find us online.
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.blogspot.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online. Blip, iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, Ravelry, Instagram, Twitter, Plurk, etc.
Yep. So come find us. We hope y'all have a lovely week, and we will talk to you again next week. Bye. Mm-hmm. Happy knitting.